A woman's greeting can often speak louder than words, offering deep insights into her feelings and intentions. In "She's Crazy About You If She Greets You Like This," we'll break down the subtle signs that reveal her emotions and guide high-value men in recognizing these cues with clarity and confidence. This isn't just about interpreting her actions. It's about cultivating self-awareness, emotional strength, and the ability to stay composed in any situation. Drawing inspiration from Marcus Aurelius's timeless wisdom, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury," this guide emphasizes the power of self-mastery over external validation. A high-value man doesn't chase approval. He observes, understands, and controls his emotions, regardless of the situation. Every interaction carries a message, from how her eyes light up to the energy in her touch or the tone of her voice. By learning to decode these moments, you can uncover genuine attraction while maintaining the emotional balance that defines true confidence. This is your chance to align Stoic principles with modern relationships, reclaim your power, and build more profound, meaningful connections without losing sight of who you are. Number 1. Her reaction to seeing you. Imagine this. You step into a room, and before you fully take in your surroundings, her eyes have already found yours. It's as if her attention was drawn to you by some invisible force, an instinctive pull she couldn't resist. Her gaze is bright, alive with a spark that seems to flicker to life when she registers your presence. Her pupils may dilate slightly, a subtle physiological response that betrays her surprise and delight. In that instant, her expression transforms. It's not just a casual smile, it's something more profound and genuine. A smile radiating from her core and reaching her eyes, carrying warmth and sincerity. Her body responds as if her very energy has shifted. Her posture straightens, and her movements take on a liveliness that wasn't there just moments ago. Even from across the room, you can feel the ripple of her excitement. An energy so palpable it seems to charge the atmosphere. She might tuck a strand of hair behind her ear, adjust her clothing, or unconsciously mirror your gestures. These small, seemingly insignificant actions reveal more than words ever could. She's present with you now, fully engaged and unconsciously drawing closer, emotionally and physically. These signals aren't rehearsed or calculated. They emerge naturally, guided by the subconscious mind that often betrays our most genuine feelings. Her reaction to seeing you stems from a wellspring of authentic emotion. It's not about what you're wearing or how you entered the room, the connection you've cultivated over time, the unspoken bond that brings light to her face when you appear. This is the language of authenticity, and it's impossible to fake. You must ground yourself as you observe these subtle yet profound changes in her demeanor. It's tempting to interpret her excitement as a validation of your worth, to let it inflate your sense of self. But true strength lies in staying balanced. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Her reaction, as beautiful and sincere as it is, belongs to her. It reflects her emotions, not your identity. By staying present, you can appreciate her authenticity without allowing it to sway your inner equilibrium. Please take a moment to admire how her joy unfolds, but resist the urge to overanalyze or attach too much meaning. The most magnetic quality you can bring to this interaction is your steadiness. A quiet confidence that doesn't need her reaction to feel complete. This is the foundation of real connection, two individuals meeting as equals, drawn together by mutual respect and admiration, rather than one seeking validation from the other. So what is the definition? There's a more profound lesson, one rooted in philosophy and psychology. The way she lights up when she sees you is a gift, a mirror reflecting the effort, kindness, and presence you've brought to the relationship. But it's also fleeting. Relationships, like all things, exist in flux. Moments of intense connection will ebb and flow, and your ability to navigate them with grace will determine the strength of your bond. Take Marcus Aurelius' wisdom to heart. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Choose thoughts that nurture connection and ground you in gratitude for the moments you share without clinging to them. Her reaction, a smile that reaches her eyes, a spark in her gaze, a posture that radiates energy, may seem simple on the surface, but it's a profound glimpse into the dance of human connection. She feels seen, appreciated, and alive in your presence, and that's powerful. But the magic isn't in her reaction alone. It's in the interplay between her unfiltered joy and your composed, grounded response. Together, these elements create a moment that's electric, yet steady, fleeting, yet timeless, a moment worth savoring, but never worth chasing. Number 2. Physical touch in greetings. When a woman greets you, the nuances of her touch may seem subtle, yet they often carry layers of meaning that words alone cannot convey. Her handshake may linger slightly longer than socially necessary, her grip warm and deliberate, or her fingers may brush against yours in a way that feels purposeful rather than accidental. Perhaps she places a hand gently on your arm during a moment of laughter, or her hug feels more intentional with its duration and warmth, signaling something beyond mere politeness. These gestures, though understated, have the potential to reveal her comfort with you, her trust, and perhaps even her interest. These touches aren't random. They are often deliberate, though not always conscious. They reflect an innate human desire to connect physically when words fall short. Imagine a shared laugh where her hand lightly grazes your arm, or a conversation in which her touch emphasizes her point. Such actions bridge your worlds, making the interaction feel more intimate and personal. The subtlety of her behavior is what makes it powerful. It's a signal, not a declaration, a whisper of intent that invites rather than commands attention. Physical touch operates on a primal level. Before humans spoke in sentences, touch was the language of connection, safety, and attraction. When she finds small opportunities to make contact, she feels at ease with you, or she might be testing the waters of your receptivity. However, the significance of her touch depends not only on her actions, but also on your ability to perceive and respond thoughtfully. How you react can either nurture this budding connection or inadvertently stifle it. How do you like your days now? This is where self-mastery becomes your greatest ally. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while we cannot control the actions of others, we can and must control our reactions. You project confidence and strength by remaining calm and collected in the face of her touch. Imagine a stone in a riverbed, steady and unmoving as the water rushes around it. The stone's stillness commands respect not by force, but by presence. Similarly, your composed demeanor in these moments conveys emotional resilience, making you appear grounded and self-assured. It's essential to avoid overanalyzing or reacting with overt eagerness. The magic lies in allowing her gestures to unfold naturally, without seeking to define or accelerate their meaning prematurely. When she places her hand on your arm, Acknowledge it with a smile or a glance, but resist the urge to lean in too heavily. This balance of receptivity and restraint communicates that you are open to connection, but not desperate. Your restraint invites her to lean further into the interaction, deepening her trust in your stability and character. Such moments also allow you to reflect on your desire for the connection. Is it her warmth, her wit, or how she genuinely listens? Focus on what draws you to her rather than simply responding to physical cues. Doing so shifts the dynamic from reactive to intentional, anchoring the interaction in authenticity rather than fleeting impulses. In this dance of touch and response, remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Let her gestures come to you as gifts rather than demands, and meet them with the steady assurance of a man who knows his worth. You allow the relationship to grow naturally through patience and awareness, creating a bond of mutual respect and genuine connection. When approached with mindfulness, these small, fleeting moments of touch can blossom into something far more profound, an understanding that transcends words and gestures, grounded in the quiet power of trust and presence. Number 3, intense eye contact. Her gaze is unwavering, intense, and almost magnetic, as if her eyes hold a secret meant only for you. She looks at you not just with interest, but with a kind of focused attention that feels rare and deliberate. The type of eye contact makes the rest of the world fade into the background. The space between you seems to hum with energy, charged by an unspoken connection. Every flicker of her pupils and every millisecond of her lingering gaze feels purposeful, as if she's uncovering something more profound than surface impressions. There's a vulnerability in such moments, but also a raw power. This kind of eye contact isn't about curiosity or politeness. It's a bridge between two minds, two souls. It says, "I see you and want to know more." For a man, the experience can be both thrilling and disarming. You might feel exposed, as though she's peeling back layers to view parts of you even you haven't fully understood. At the same time, her gaze demands a response, not necessarily in words, but in presence, in the way you meet her intensity without flinching. It's easy to let this moment unnerve you, to become overly self-conscious or unsure of what to do next. But this is where strength and self-awareness become essential. If you can hold her gaze, not as a challenge but as an invitation to mutual understanding, you demonstrate an emotional steadiness that's hard to ignore. Let your eyes say, "I'm here, I see you too, and I'm not afraid of what I might find." The psychological implications of eye contact are profound. When a woman looks at you this way, she's not just observing your features, she's gauging your reactions, reading the subtext of your expression, and searching for authenticity. Eye contact on this level conveys trust, interest, and even admiration. It's an intimate form of communication that transcends words, allowing emotions to pass freely between two people. In moments like these, vulnerability becomes your greatest strength. By holding her gaze and staying fully present, you communicate emotional intelligence, confidence, and a willingness to engage with her on a deeper level. When you feel her experiencing doubts and fears about herself and her life, just relate to her. Yet, as Marcus Aurelius once wrote, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. In this context, her gaze reflects her curiosity about you and the essence of her intentions. Does she see strength, kindness, a spark of something undefined but magnetic. Whatever it is, let her eyes speak, without letting them dictate your sense of self-worth. Maintain your grounding. Be steady. By doing so, you show that you're not swayed by external validation and that you know who you are regardless of the attention you receive. These moments are as much about what you don't do as what you do. Please resist the urge to break the connection too soon, but avoid letting it linger beyond what feels natural. Too much intensity, unchecked, can become overwhelming. Strike a balance. Smile subtly. Let your expressions soften and convey warmth and receptivity without letting the moment become overly charged. This delicate interplay between openness and restraint is where genuine connection resides. Philosophically, such encounters remind us of the Stoic principles of composure and self-mastery. Eye contact, when it carries this much weight, is an energy exchange. It's a test of your ability to remain calm under pressure and to hold space for another person's emotions while staying rooted in your own. You don't have to win the moment. It's not a competition. It's an opportunity to show you can meet vulnerability with strength, intensity with calm, and curiosity with genuine interest. Her lingering gaze isn't just a test, it's a window into something more significant. She's inviting you to step into a moment of shared humanity, where words aren't needed and connection is felt rather than spoken. To embrace such a moment requires courage, not because it's inherently risky, but because it asks you to be fully present, to show up as your authentic self, and to let go of the need to control or predict what happens next. This kind of presence, this willingness to engage without fear or hesitation, is rare. It's magnetic, captivating, and unforgettable. And when you meet her intensity with your quiet confidence, you create a space where true intimacy can begin to grow, a moment where both of you are seen, understood, and perhaps even transformed. Number 4, frequent use of your name. There's a unique magic in how a woman uses a man's name, a subtle yet powerful gesture that carries emotional depth and connection. It's not simply about addressing him, it's about recognizing him, seeing him, and making him feel truly present in the conversation. When she says your name, especially during moments that feel meaningful or intimate, it's as if she's extending a thread, weaving you into the fabric of her thoughts and emotions. This act is far from arbitrary. It is intentional, deliberate, and deeply human. Picture a moment when her voice softens, her tone dips into something warm, even tender, as she says your name while sharing a personal thought or asking for your perspective. The sound of it, wrapped in her sincerity, feels like a gift, a small but profound acknowledgement that you matter to her in that instant. In other instances, her tone might brighten, her voice lifting with enthusiasm or joy as she calls you by name, signaling that your presence adds something unique to her moment. These subtle shifts in her expression reveal layers of meaning. You're not just someone she's speaking to, you're someone she's engaging with deeply. This behavior, though seemingly small, is deeply rooted in psychology. The repetition of your name in her words isn't just a conversational quirk, it's an expression of her focus and attention. Using someone's name naturally during dialogue creates a sense of closeness, a feeling that you're being singled out in a positive, affirming way. It personalizes the interaction, turning what might otherwise be a routine exchange into something special. When a woman does this, it reflects her effort to nurture a bond, to make the interaction resonate more profoundly. Yet, as flattering as it may feel, it's worth pausing to consider the dynamics at play within yourself. It's human nature to feel a sense of validation when someone makes you the center of their attention. However, anchoring your sense of worth solely to external affirmations can be precarious. Stoic philosophy offers a timeless reminder. True contentment comes from within yourself. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom reminds us that while it's essential to appreciate meaningful gestures, our inner stability and confidence should remain independent of how others perceive or treat us. While undeniably affirming, her use of your name should complement the self-worth you've cultivated within. This interplay of words and emotions carries broader implications. Her intentional use of your name signals respect, interest, and a desire for closeness. It's a gentle but profound way of saying, "I see you, you matter." In response, the challenge lies in appreciating her effort and ensuring your actions come from a place of authenticity and emotional balance. This is where deeper reflection comes into play. How do you engage with her in a way that honors both the connection she seeks and the individuality you hold dear? These moments remind us of the delicate dance of relationships, where subtle cues often hold the most profound meanings. Her gestures are an invitation to connect, a bridge to understanding and intimacy. But within that connection lies an essential truth. While the bridge can bring you closer, your foundation of self-worth allows the connection to flourish without compromising your identity. Number 5. Engaging and meaningful conversations. When she speaks to you, the world around you seems to fade. It's not just a casual conversation, it's a moment of genuine connection. She listens rarely, not just with her ears, but with her entire presence. Every word you speak is met with a focus that feels as though she's absorbing not only your thoughts, but the emotions woven into them. She is attuned to the subtle shifts in your tone, the pauses between your sentences, and the meaning behind your words. There's no rushing to fill the silence, no impatience to speak. She allows your thoughts to unfold, fully understanding that the most critical parts of your story are often the ones you hesitate to share. Her questions are thoughtful and insightful. They don't skim the surface, but instead, they dig deeper, showing her genuine curiosity. She's not just asking to fill the conversation. She's asking because she wants to understand the intricacies of your inner world. Her follow-up questions are never mundane, but reflect her desire to know more about what truly matters to you. Whether it's a detail about a childhood memory or a passion you've long forgotten, she remembers these things. Not because she's keeping score, but because she genuinely values what you say. In her eyes, your story matters, and she wants to know every piece of it. What's most striking is the way she prioritizes you. In a world filled with distractions and shallow interactions, she gives you something rare: her undivided attention. There's no side glance at her phone, no half-hearted nod as her mind wanders elsewhere. Her focus is entirely on you. It's not about dominating the conversation or turning it into a performance. It's about you. She's interested in your perspective, your feelings, your thoughts. She wants to understand you as a person, not just as an idea. This depth of engagement speaks volumes about how she sees you. She's not just talking to you because it's polite or out of obligation. She's talking to you because she sees value in who you are. This is respect in its pure form. This level of connection, however, isn't just about attraction. It's a reflection of emotional investment. When she engages with you like this, she's not simply marking time or passing the day. She's building a bridge between your worlds. She's letting you into her space and in turn allowing you to enter hers. The depth of her engagement suggests that she's looking for more than casual companionship. She's seeking a connection beyond the surface, rooted in mutual understanding and emotional intimacy. But as much as the connection is meaningful, it's important not to lose yourself. It's easy to become swept up in the intensity of her attention, to feel as though her focus on you is a sign that everything in your world should revolve around her. But there's a delicate balance to maintain. Seneca's wisdom reminds us, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. In these moments of deep connection, remaining grounded in yourself is crucial. I appreciate the depth of her curiosity and how she seeks to understand you, but don't let it cloud your understanding of who you are. Keep your emotional boundaries intact and remember that genuine connection doesn't require surrendering yourself. It's about finding harmony between two people who respect each other's individuality. These conversations are gifts, but are not the only measure of a relationship. They are opportunities to connect and understand one another, but they also remind us that the most meaningful relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding, not emotional dependency. So when she listens to you, remember to listen to yourself. Let the depth of her attention reflect how deeply you are willing to understand your heart and mind. This is the foundation of a significant connection that isn't dependent on constant validation, but on mutual growth, respect, and the shared joy of discovering each other. Number 6. Mirroring your body language. You lean slightly to one side. Moments later, she mirrors your posture. Subtly, she aligns her movements and gestures with yours, creating an unspoken harmony in your interactions. It's as if the space between you and her is defined by words and a more profound silent rhythm. She often adopts your posture, gestures, and even the tempo of your speech without realizing it. These movements are subtle yet consistent, weaving an invisible connection between you. It's as if she's saying, "I feel aligned with you," without needing to utter a single word. Psychologically, mirroring body language is one of the most natural ways to establish rapport and connection. It's an instinctive response to feeling safe and comfortable in the presence of someone else. When she mirrors you, it's not a conscious effort. It's a reflection of her subconscious desire to bond. It's a moment where trust begins to form, not through grand gestures or deep confessions, but through the quiet alignment of gestures, movements, and even space. This behavior is often a silent testament to the growing connection between two people. It's not something that can be forced, nor should it be. Mirroring happens organically when two individuals feel in tune with one another. There is no need for analysis or expectation. It is a natural rhythm of human interaction that speaks louder than words ever could. Philosophically, Epictetus reminds us that we cannot control the impressions others form about us, and the effort only debases our character. When you notice her mirroring your actions, remain grounded in your authentic self rather than overthinking or trying to read too much into it. It is her way of expressing the connection she feels. Your role is to stay centered, not to allow the relationship to evolve naturally. In moments like these, where body language speaks volumes, it's important to remember that connection thrives in authenticity. The more you remain true to yourself, the more likely you are to inspire the trust and mutual respect that allows this silent harmony to take root. Number 7, prolonged interactions and lingering. When your conversations naturally wind down, she often finds subtle ways to keep them going. She might return to a point you made earlier, pose a new question, or remain in your presence a little longer. This reluctance to part ways isn't just about staying physically close. It's a sign of emotional investment, a reflection of how much she values your connection. She lingers not because she has nothing else to do, but because the time with you is meaningful. It's not just about the words exchanged, but the silence, the unspoken understanding that fills the gaps. Her desire to stay longer indicates that she sees value in your company. However small, these moments allow you to understand her deeper feelings better. When she revisits past conversations, she reveals her attentiveness and emotional engagement. She isn't just passing the time, she's investing in you, in the shared space between you two. It's a subtle invitation to grow closer, to discover more about one another, and to explore the potential for something more profound. Her body language also gives away her intentions. She may not rush to stand up or make eye contact a second longer, signaling her desire to extend the moment. These behaviors suggest a sense of comfort and connection, a desire to be with you beyond the boundaries of a typical exchange. It's a quiet communication, saying, "I like being here with you." In these lingering moments, there's an opportunity to reflect on the depth of the relationship. Are you just passing the time together, or is there a genuine emotional pull on both sides? These pauses can be revealing. They tell you how much you matter to her, how much space you occupy in her world. But it's also important to remember that such interactions can bring subtle challenges. The longer you spend together, the more you might grapple with expectations or unspoken tensions. The Stoic approach reminds us to stay grounded in our sense of self. While her desire to linger might feel flattering, maintain your emotional balance. Life is unpredictable, and how you react to these moments defines the quality of your emotional well-being. The key is to stay aware of your intentions and boundaries. Please don't rush to fill the silence or to read too much into her actions. Respond with purpose and clarity. Embrace these moments for what they are, opportunities to deepen your understanding of each other without forcing anything. The beauty of these interactions lies in their simplicity, and it's in that simplicity that the actual depth of a connection can flourish. As our journey through these subtle yet powerful indicators of attraction comes to a close, it's essential to recognize the profound beauty in authentic human connections. Attraction often reveals itself in whispers rather than shouts, in the way her eyes light up when she sees you, the warmth of her touch, the depth of her gaze, the melody of your name on her lips, and the sincerity of her words during meaningful conversation. Each of these moments offers a glimpse into her true feelings, yet their value lies not in how they flatter you, but in how they inspire reflection and understanding. For the high-value man who strives to navigate relationships with integrity and wisdom, these cues are not signals to chase validation, but opportunities to remain grounded. Guided by Stoic principles, you must approach these interactions with confidence and self-respect, knowing that your worth is defined not by how others respond to you, but by the strength of your character and the clarity of your mind. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Let this be your takeaway. Cherish the authenticity of those who choose to connect with you deeply, But do not tether your self-esteem to their reactions. Patience, awareness, and emotional balance are your allies in this journey, allowing you to appreciate genuine moments without losing yourself. Before you leave, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned here. How can these insights enhance the way you approach your relationships? What steps can you take today to embody confidence and mindfulness in every interaction? I encourage you to engage further, share your thoughts, questions, or personal experiences in the comments. Together, let's continue this journey of self-mastery and meaningful connection.